Right now, millions of students are making the biggest mistakes of their lives, and I am certain you are one of them. But thank God you found this video. You are not going to end up like them anymore. And what exactly is this mistake they are making? They have bought a 600 pages long textbook and they are trying to read it from cover to cover, starting from page 1. But let me tell you one thing you don't know. Hard work doesn't guarantee a high JAMB score. No. But what exactly guarantees a high JAMB score? Strategic work. When I was preparing for my exam, I realized something that completely changed the game for me. And thank God I discovered that. JAMB is not testing how many textbooks you've crammed. They are not testing how many unnecessary facts you've put up here. No, they are testing a very specific set of rules. Today I'm going to be showing you the exact document, or should I say my favorite document and the best document or material I used that got me 350 in my JAMB and got me into ABU medicine on my very first attempt. So if you know what's good for you, if you want to score high in your JAMB, then don't skip even a single second of this video. I have something for you at the end. Let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am David, and in this channel we don't talk about studying hard. We talk about studying smart, right? Most of the time they tell you to study smart, study smart, study smart, but they don't actually tell you exactly how you should study smart. But that's exactly what we do on this channel. So if you know what's great for you, just subscribe to this channel and click on the notification button. It doesn't cost you anything, rather you are gaining from me. And the document or the resources which you are going to be dissecting today is the JAMB syllabus. Most students download the syllabus, look at the list of topics, and then never open it again. But that's a massive waste. The syllabus is JAMB actually giving you the exam questions before the exam day, and I'm going to be showing you how to find those exam questions in this video. It tells you exactly what to read, but most importantly, it tells you exactly what not to read so you don't waste your time. First, let me explain what exactly this syllabus we've been talking about before we go into how to make use of them to predict your exam questions before that exam day. Now, the syllabus is JAMB's official document giving you the list of topics that they are going to be setting in that particular exam. JAMB cannot set questions outside the syllabus. It's outside their own rules. It's like an agreement, or like, yes, if you and JAMB come sign an agreement that, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to be testing, and I promise not to set questions from that particular topic. The reason why most students think that JAMB set questions out from the exam syllabus is because they did not make use of the exam syllabus properly. Here's my complete 5 system for using the JAMB syllabus to dominate your preparation and get an edge over other students that are actually preparing for that same exam which you're preparing for, and they are going for that same admission which you want. So how do you get an edge over them to secure your admission? The knowledge of this is going to help you from random studying to strategic studying to go for exactly what matters. So let's get started with step 1. Step 1 is obvious but necessary. First thing is what? To download the JAMB syllabus. Yes, I know you should do it, right? Go to jamb.gov.ng and then you download the JAMB syllabus as PDF. But here is where the game changes. You are going to print them as hard copy. I know it may cost you money, but it's not that expensive. Maximum of 15 naira for one of them, right? Now, you download the JAMB tables and print them for each of the subjects which you are going to be writing in your exam. And why are you going to be getting a physical or a hard copy instead of just a soft copy? The reason for this is what I'm going to be talking about in other steps to come. Now, but one thing you should make sure you do is to download the current JAMB syllabus. Don't even download the one for last year. Things changes. The topics might be the same, yes, but there are things inside that might differ, and those are the things I'm going to be talking about next. Now let's jump into step two. Step two is where the magic begins. Okay, now look up your JAMB syllabus after this video, or if you have it, take a look at it. Now you are going to see that the syllabus is divided into two columns, right? We have the topic column and then the objective column. Most students only take a look at the topics, they neglect the objectives. But the objective is the gold mine. They are where your actual exam questions are. Let me show you. If the topic is atomic structure, the objective is not just going to say know the atom. No, it's going to say something specific like this. Candidates should be able to know the difference between the atomic number and the mass number. Boom. That's your question. When you are reading, you're not going to be reading the entire history of the atom, how the atom came to be, unless the objective states so. You are not reading just the topic, but you are fulfilling the wish and the instruction of every objective. When you are studying, you don't read the entire history of how the atom came to be unless the objective says so. You are studying, no longer just studying the topic, but you are studying to fulfill the exact wish and instruction of every specific objective in that syllabus. This is exactly how I covered the entire syllabus 3 times before my exam and one more time a week to the exam. Yes, it may sound like a lie, but it's actually true. I was only studying what they were going to test. And this helped me a lot because while I was going through my questions for subjects like physics and chemistry, including biology, I was able to identify and picture the exact objective that each question was testing. And there were some questions which I failed, particularly all the questions I failed for physics, chemistry, and biology. I was aware and I know the specific objective that they tested. I just neglected some things that led to my failure, and that's why I would not advise anyone to neglect the syllabus anymore. Now let's jump straight into step three. Step three is where you go from being good to being the best. This is where you dominate the exam. You call it what? Pattern prioritization. Not all syllabus topics are created equally. No. Some show up in every single exam every single year, while others show up once every 5 years. So, how do you identify these high yield topics or these high frequency topics? That is where your past questions come in. And the past questions which are going to be easy for this is your what? Your topic by topic arranged past questions. And how do you identify that? I would have told you to go through the last 10 years and then you try to identify the high topics, but that's only going to waste your time. Now, if you open those past questions like your JAMB remix past questions and your Pre 50 past questions, take a look at topics like organic chemistry. You're going to see that organic chemistry has over 300 questions. Then you take a look at other topics, they're going to have like 20 to 30 questions. What does that tell you? Organic chemistry appears every single year, right? When you take a look at topics like metals and their compounds, you're going to see 300 questions. If you take a look at topics like, let's say, just pressure, you're going to see like about 50 to 60 questions. What does that tell you? Metals and their compounds appear what? Every single year. If you're looking for these high topics, I've made videos on them for physics and chemistry. Make sure you check the channel. But there's something else you don't know. Let me show you. And this is very, very important. Nobody else is going to tell you this. If you have access to your 2025 JAMB syllabus and you've downloaded your 2026 JAMB syllabus, the next step, which is very, very important, please stay with me and pay attention. Now, this might take your time, but I guarantee you it's worth it. You're going to analyze both syllabus, try to compare. For this particular topic, let's say electricity now. For this particular topic, for the 2025 syllabus and then for the 2026 syllabus, what exactly changed? what the JAMB had in the 2026 JAMB syllabus that was not in the 2025 syllabus, that thing must come out in that your exam. I discovered that thing and I prioritize it, and to some extent it helped me, and I still failed some things due to my negligence. Okay, there are certain things I found in the syllabus that I have not found in other, I did not find in other years, right? Things like your Stokes law, Lami's theorem, and other concepts that were in the 2025 JAMB syllabus when I wrote my JAMB, right? And I could not find it in any other textbook. So what exactly did I do? I researched on those particular topics and I had to study them again because it was in that particular, it was appearing in that syllabus for the very first time. So certainly it's going to come out in your exam for that particular year. I discovered about five of those concepts which were added newly to my syllabus during my time. And to tell you the truth, all those things came out. They were among my first 20 questions. My third question was from Stokes' law, which I saw in my syllabus. I came here to YouTube to research and watch videos on them. And I was like, nah, this is like a bit complex. So I said, maybe JAMB is not going to test it. But my third questions was from Stokes' law. I was able to identify that this is what they are testing, but I know I can't attempt it. Why? Because I neglected it. These are other questions, but the other questions which I studied for things like thermal conductivity and other concepts, I saw them in my, I think thermal conductivity was my fifth question for physics. I was gladly and able to solve it. So this is what I'm telling you. First of all, you find the high frequency topics. Then secondly, you identify the topics that have not come up in any of the previous years. Those topics will surely and certainly will appear in your exam. Now let's jump into step 4. Step 4 is where the actual work begins, and this is what I call the textbook trap and time management. Remember, you have just few months to your exam, right? So you cannot finish 4 massive textbooks before that your exam and still retain information. It's not possible. Now, after taking a look at a topic, you go through each of the objectives, right? Now, for the first objective, what are you going to do? You go into your textbook. Then that's why I said you should print it as a hard copy. Now, you highlight a particular objective, you go into your textbook, and then you study only that particular objective. You try to fulfill what they are telling you. Candidates should be able to do this. You learn that, you move on to the next objective for that topic, and then you study that. If you do all this for a particular topic, you are going to learn the probable things that they are going to set from that particular topic. This is not the time for you to start understanding the topic. You are here to pass. This saves you hundreds of hours. You are not a professor, you are a JAMB candidate. Your goal is to get into the university, not to rewrite the textbook. Now let's jump straight into step 5. Step 5 is where you become a master of everything. And here you are going to be merging your past questions with your syllabus. Now, how do you log this in and become a master of everything you just studied, right? Like I said, past questions. But there is a right way and a wrong way to make use of those past questions. The wrong way is just going to cram all the answers, right? From 20, let's say from 2015 to 2025, you go and cram the answers. No, that's a very, very bad thing, and that's the wrong way to make use of them. But how exactly is the right way to make use of those past questions? Now, you are going to go to your past questions, specifically your JAMB release past question or your Prep 50 past questions. Let's say you just studied electromagnetic field, right? You studied electromagnetic field. What are you going to do? You are now going to look for electromagnetic field in that particular past questions, and you're going to solve all the past questions on electromagnetic field. Now, this is helping you to identify if truly you've mastered all the objectives in your syllabus and if truly you've mastered that particular topic. And after doing that, you're not going to say, I failed this question 5, I got this, but this is the answer. No, you don't stop there. Now you see, why did they say question option B is the best choice instead of option C? You try to find out, and while you are finding that, you will never fail question testing that same concept again. I'm going to be dropping a detailed video on how to use your past questions effectively. Make sure you stay tuned for that video. All this process I've given you help you to maximize your time and cover your syllabus in a shorter period of time. But when you get to, let's say, 1 week before your exam, what exactly are you going to do? Now, I told you to download and print your JAMB syllabus for a particular reason. Why? Because 1 week before your exam, you are no longer going to be studying new topics. You are going to be going over the JAMB syllabus. While studying, there are certain things you are going to be jotting down on that same syllabus, and you are using that syllabus to create your own notes on the specific objectives, right? No longer going to read through your whole textbook anymore, because you have created a condensed note and a target note that contains your probable questions for your exam. So a week before your exam, that particular note which you've made from the help of your syllabus, that is what you're going to be reviewing for that 1 week to the exam, coupled with taking your CBT mocks to help you to solidify your knowledge and your understanding. Studying the note which you've made from your syllabus before your exam is taking that knowledge and your memory from that mid-range memory, bringing it to your short-term memory. I didn't say your long-term memory. No, it's taking it to your short-term memory for a reason, because it's easier and quicker to access that short-term memory before your exam. All right, so it brings it there and makes it to remain fresh. You are still going to perform better than somebody that has studied this particular topic for, let's say, 2 months ago and has not reviewed it. So before your exam, you try as much as possible to review all the topics you've studied by the help of the condensed notes which you've made through the aid of your objectives in your syllabus. Getting a 350 plus score isn't magic. It's a formula. It's strategy. It's following the right systems. If you are tired of studying physics, chemistry, biology, English, if you feel overwhelmed by this particular subject or you're finding it difficult, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to learn it all by yourself. I run an intensive online tutorial called the Scholars Forge tutorial, where we will read this exact syllabus and objectives, provide you with simplified notes and drill past questions until you become a master of them. If you want to be part of that tutorial, if you want to learn from me directly to get that 350 plus JAMB score, send a DM to this number on WhatsApp. It's also in the description, telling me I want to register for the Scholars Forge tutorial, and you will get your payment plan started. So you join us on the winning team. If you got value from this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my other videos. Just like I said, it costs you nothing. You are only the one benefiting. Don't forget to like the video as well so that it gets pushed to other Nigerian students who needs it to excel. And leave a comment saying, I will not give up. 300 plus is for me. Also, if you are finding any particular topic difficult on, or any concept you want me to make a video on next, drop it in the comment section. If you have any particular question you want to ask me, put it there. Let's get you on the winning team. Stay focused, keep grinding, and I'll see you on the next video. And eventually, I'll see you at the top.